Originally referred to as the Little Northwestern, the Bentham line is a gem of a route, taking in 80 miles as it runs from Leeds in West Yorkshire to the Lancashire seaside town of Morecambe. The 2.5-hour journey crosses 4 major rivers, boasts dales and peaks galore, runs alongside witchcraft country and visits an historic station starred in one of the most famous railway movies of all time. But don't take my word for it, let's go on a grand journey together to the coast. Very soon you arrive at the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Saltaire. It's a complete and well-preserved mid-19th century village named after the Victorian industrialist Sir Titus Salt. He built his textile mill adjacent to the station and the Leeds-Liverpool Canal, housed his workforce here and provided recreational facilities for the families, including the adjacent Roberts Park. We then travel on, leaving Leeds and Bradford behind to reach Keighley, home of the Worth Valley Railway Heritage Line, whose trains depart from the neighbouring platforms. From here, mills begin to give way to countryside, on the way to the market town of Skipton. The stations between Skipton and Bentham all lie close to the Yorkshire Dales. The views as you journey on are just terrific. You've got the dramatic Pennine peaks like Ingleborough to the north and Pendle Hill to the south, an abundance of lush countryside and numerous viaducts to cross along the way. Now we're passing alongside the Forest of Bowland, an area of outstanding natural beauty. It is a beautiful place, full of gritstone fells and moorland, and attracts tens of thousands of visitors every year. It's just a long hop to the famous Pendle Hill, renowned for being the home to a group of women who, in the 17th century, were accused of using witchcraft to commit murder and for practicing cannibalism. Some people like to go for a walk and cycle there and take in the unique atmosphere. Others go looking for the ghosts in witchcraft country. Soon enough, the train passes through Bentham itself, where the station is home to the Community Rail Partnership and the innovative Local Station Adoption Group. Just before Wennington, we leave Yorkshire behind and head into Lancashire. After passing through Melling Tunnel and crossing the Lune Valley, a little bit further on we're ready to travel back into cinematic history. The station at Carnforth, with its famous clock, will be familiar to many fans of classic cinema as the setting for the film Brief Encounter. Some of the major scenes, starring actors Trevor Howard and Celia Johnson, were filmed at the station, where their chance meeting developed into true romance. Nowadays, people can spend time here looking around the excellently restored visitor centre or enjoy refreshments in the 1940s style cafe. Moving on, the train arrives at the historic city of Lancaster, with plenty on offer, from its medieval castle to Georgian architecture, a walk alongside the River Lune or a stroll in Williamson's Park. As for us, it's time to head off to the seaside.
Morecambe is one of England's traditional seaside towns and is still very popular with holidaymakers. Watch out for the many bird sculptures which are part of the resort's term project. And a stroll along the Prom is a lovely way to take in the town and savour the views across the bay towards the Lake District Fells. And there's always the opportunity to say hello to this fella, the great Eric Morecambe, whose statue stands proudly on the prom. I think there's always time for a bit of his comedy sunshine in our lives.
Our CRP is very proud of the Bentham line and what we've done to make journeys better for passengers. The CRP is working to create the first dementia-friendly line in the country, with all frontline staff and volunteers on the line undertaking dementia awareness raising sessions. We are beginning to see the number of services increase as new timetables are introduced. This means there are plenty more opportunities to enjoy a great journey along this fascinating stretch of railway, to venture out into the spectacular surrounding countryside and to visit historic towns and the seaside.